welcome to another session on strategic leadership principles. And today I want to speak to you about building a lasting legacy through partnerships. Now, due to the complex nature of our world today, we are being nudged towards a new type of leadership and referred to as leadership as a partnership. Leaders throughout the world are recognizing that the mantle of leadership is far too heavy for one person to bear alone. Now, planes or ships in distress send out what's called a well-known signal called a mayday. And it comes from the French word meaning to give me aid. Leadership and partnership answers the mayday call of a leader who desires to build an enduring, lasting legacy that will benefit humanity now and long after they have gone. Now, in 1910, Dwight Wallace developed a new idea for a magazine. It consisted of a collection of condensed articles. He put together a proposal sample and sent it to publishers throughout America, but no one showed any interest. Dwight Wallace was terribly discouraged. As time went on, Wallace met a young woman. Her name was Lilia Bell Atkinson, a daughter of a Presbyterian minister. Before long, the two fell in love. And during their courtship, Dwight shared his dream of the magazine to Lilia. Immediately, she was captivated by it. She so believed in Dwight and his wonderful idea of the magazine and containing a collection of condensed articles that she wouldn't let it go. She constantly encouraged him to keep trying to produce the magazine. Boosted by her faith and belief in him, Dwight sent mail circulars out and letters to potential subscribers. People began to respond, and the list of potential subscribers began to grow. In October 1921, Lillian and Dwight were married. On returning home from their honeymoon, they gathered up the list of potential subscribers. Then together they set on work on volume 1, number 1 of their magazine, which appeared in February 1922. The magazine that Dwight and Lilia co-founded, co-edited, and co-owned has grown to be printed in 18 countries in the world. It's one of the best-selling magazines in the world. The name of that magazine, or should I say the lasting legacy, is The Reader's Digest. As seen in the story of Dwight and Lilia, leadership as a partnership is an inspiring force that answers the mayday call, give me aid. It allows two or more people to achieve a legacy that will continue long after they're gone. Partnering by definition assumes a relationship. See, one cannot partner alone. In order to build a lasting legacy, leaders in organizations are continually experiencing multiple relationships and multiple partnerships that go up and down and sideways for the success of the organization they lead. Now, an in-depth interview conducted by Marshall Goldsmith Research of 200 up-and-coming leaders from around the world to describe, based on their experience and observation, how the ideal leader of the future would differ from leaders of the past. The result clearly portrayed individuals skilled in building relationships inside and outside of the organization. In the latter part of the 20th century, there was a major shift in leadership-followership relationships that greatly affected the way in which leaders influence followers. You see, the leader is no longer seen as a boss, and one whom you take orders from, but a partner whom you follow. Therefore, one of the greatest challenges facing any leader in the 21st century is the ability to develop effective partnerships with co-workers. See, the long-term success of any organization or project depends upon this ability. Such partnerships is developed as leaders bring co-workers into their confidence, allow them to develop their individual expertise to effectively manage and to lead their part of the organization. Partnership begins with the leader bringing the follower alongside as a close confidant or colleague. Now, the word colleague refers to a collaborator, a companion, a comrade, a fellow worker, a partner, a teammate or workmate. In other words, someone who provides aid to the leader. So you see, the increasing complexity of running both small and large organizations makes it impossible for one person to have more than a superficial knowledge and understanding of the interacting challenges and issues and opportunities facing an organization. These challenges and issues and opportunities can only be effectively met when the organisation has both a macro perspective, that is able to see the big picture, as well as a micro perspective, access and understanding to details involved in successfully accomplishing the project. This happens when the leader develops partnership consisting of teams and individuals who are committed to the long-term success of the organisation. Now in John's Gospel, chapter 15, verse 15, Jesus explains the partnership that we have entered into with him. He tells us that he will no longer call his disciples servants, but friends. The emphasis of the verse is placed on the close relationship that Jesus and we, his disciples, share. It's a partnership. It's no longer motivated by duty, but by rather friendship. We've become Jesus' colleagues, the one in whom he shares the secrets of heaven. This relationship and partnership with Jesus enhances our performance and fruitfulness of taking the gospel into the entire world. As leaders seek to emulate the example of Jesus in this passage, they will greatly improve performance of those that they lead. May God bless you at this time, and thank you so much for listening. Amen.